Welcome back everyone, and today I'm super excited to finally be opening this package. It contains one of my Grail squishies. A Grail meaning that it's the one that I've wanted for a long time. It's one I've been looking for a long time. Finally being able to have it is super exciting. So it came in this package. This was ordered using Buyee's shopping service through Mercari. Similar to last time, except I did pay for shipping this time. This is what it came in. Oh, interesting, an official Mercari box. I didn't know Mercari did that. That's pretty cool. Well, I'm gonna open it first and then I'll tell you guys the story after. So I'm just gonna pull stuff out from this package. So the first squishy in here is this Smiles Twist Donut Squeeze Yucati Bakery Bread Kobe. And it's a twist donut. Chocolate flavor, I'm assuming. Has a little ball chain on the packaging. And this to me looks like the kind that you would see in the crane game machines in Japan. It's really soft, it's not dense, it's just not slow rising. Apologies, that's what the back of the packaging looks like. So pretty cute. I like the bee. Here's what the actual squishy looks like. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of looks like a turd. I can see people making that joke. So very fast to rise, but really soft. A little airy. Has a more spongy sound. I could see it being a stress squishy. Oh, it actually is scented, but it's not a chocolate scent. It's more of a sweet smell. Oddly enough, it's a little fruity, but good. Not the strongest smell, but I definitely smell it. So that's interesting. I did have to buy these extra squishies with the one that I wanted because the seller did not sell them separately. Next I have a strawberry version of the same squishy. Packaging looks the same. I rushed with the last one, but here's a closer look at this pink one. It's a bit easier to see the detail in it. There are some air bubbles here and there, but overall it's not really an issue. There's also texturing on the bottom, and from what I can see there is no licensing. It's just very simple standard squishy. So there's those. And it also has that, this one does kind of have a strawberry smell, and it reminds me of the Vlampo or the Kibru strawberry smell that you would get from Banggood. And finally, the thing I've been most excited about. Here are 3 of these Peko-chan squishies. Now these have been around for a while. They keep making more and more different ones that are slightly different than the last, but for the most part they have all been just standard sponge or PVC sponge squishies where it's just a solid piece, including with the filling. These, however, were released I think a couple years back, and they have this plastic or kind of slimy filling similar to the squeeze toys you would see from J-Dream. I follow this Japanese YouTuber who opened this once on camera and I fell in love. I was so curious that I immediately scoured the internet for it, but it was kind of pricey because these actually were very popular and became rare really fast. So the few people I saw that were listing them had them up for an expensive price. And since it was straight from Japan, these really weren't released outside of Japan. It would be pricey to just buy one. Even using a proxy, it would be so pricey to just buy one and then have it shipped overseas. So I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Until finally, I found a listing on Mercari, but I finally decided to take the plunge, and I'm so happy I did because having this physically in my hands is so exciting. Oh, this is tougher than I thought. I was expecting it to be super slimy, and I'm glad it's not, because I honestly am not a fan of that. I'm going to push these out of the way just for a minute. This is a fairly old squishy now, so I'm really surprised that it's still that slow. Thankfully, according to the listing, these were all new, with the exception of these. I have a feeling these little twist donuts are not new, but they were in very good condition. And they're so squishy. Super slow. It has a very doughy feel. It looks like it will have a sponge squish to it, but it doesn't. It's really doughy. I love it. And then, yeah. It's not that sticky either. I can see it becoming a little dirty, but fairly easy to clean. Oh, no way. This is scented. I was not expecting that. Yeah, it has a chocolate smell. It reminds me a little bit of the Eye Bloom one, just not as sweet, definitely not as strong. This is a fairly old squishy again, so I'm not expecting it to be strong. But it's a good chocolate smell. Like chocolate pudding or cake batter, kind of. It's not really sweet. You can definitely smell the chocolate in there. Okay, I'm gonna stop with this one. It's just so fun. I'm so happy to have that. That is my holy grail squishy that I've been looking for years, and I'm so happy to finally have it. But here is the strawberry. I'm not going to open these. I'm going to sell these back since I don't want them, but they look to be the fairly same quality. Slow as well. Here's the tag. They're all the same. Some of these tags may be a little faded or yellowed at the edges just because they're so old, but it's not that noticeable, honestly. And they're in really good condition. There have been cases where I would store things and the tag just got a little bent because it's been stuck in between other things, even though I've never touched it. So props to the seller for keeping this in such good condition over the years. And here is the plain. Now, because I'm not going to open these, I don't know if these particular ones are scented. I tried squeezing them and sniffing them through the packaging, but I can't smell anything. So if they are scented, it's probably a faint smell. So these are the squishies I received from this package. I bought this using Buyee's. With international packages, this is a little risky because if you are forwarding, that just means you're paying this proxy to buy the item for you and then just send it to you as it is. I did not pay Buyee to repackage the items. I just took the risk because that was cheaper for me. So again, this is the box that they sent it in. I think this was fine, especially for squishies. The only issue that I really had was when I went to go pick up the package because it was waiting for me at the post office. This was already broken open. But either way, the squishies were fine. I'm sure every postal worker who saw this and saw it was open was careful enough to make sure the items didn't fall out. It made it to me perfectly fine. I really don't have an issue. But just be aware that if you're going to use the forwarding, that may happen, especially if you're buying from places where you're dealing with an individual person and not a shop. So that is my spiel on that. Overall, I really liked Buyee service. They have a lot of sales as far as their fees because it can get pretty pricey buying with them. They are the only proxy I trust right now, though, to buy from Mercari. My usual proxy from Japan does not allow purchasing from Mercari. So it's really great having the option if you're looking for very hard to find squishy items that were released in Japan. These were rare for so long. I think only one English shop that I found that was actually on Instagram. It was a seller on Instagram who actually had it in stock, but it was $25 for the one. I just couldn't do it. I waited, and when I found out that Buyee was able to buy things for you on Mercari, I went ahead and did my usual thing, looked up as much as I could, and I found a listing for all of these items for around 1,500 yen, which I would say is about $15 US, maybe a little cheaper. The listing itself said that the 3 Peko-chan squishies were new. I don't remember what it said for these. I wasn't really paying attention to that part. But even if they were used, they're in very good condition and I'm really not mad about it. Add the fees, add the shipping, which wasn't that much honestly, and no more than I would expect to pay if I were to buy like a clear file or even a small Nendroid from AmiAmi. The price wasn't exorbitant or anything, so I think I got a really good deal. I am probably going to sell the rest because I really only want to keep this one. So yes, wonderful, positive experience for me. Thank you Buyee so much for having that available service. If you would like to try this, then I will leave links to their website down below, as well as a link to the listing of where I purchased this on Mercari. If you're interested in any of the other items minus my Grail, then I will be listing them on Mercari or eBay. Not sure how much. I'll have to calculate how much everything was and divide it up. But that's where you'll find it if you're interested in buying it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.